Okay, hi. So my name is Manny Salas, and I am a freshman rising sophomore at Colby College. Um, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. And so we have a few questions for Manny for you all on the college tours. So first is, as a 10th and 11th grader, what do you wish you would have known about the college fit and match before you began your college application process?
Okay, yeah. So I feel like matching with the college and how we do it with like tiers is a really great idea. But also I feel like there's a lot more than reading into a college on just like the outsides and like the academic levels. I think researching more into like what students think about the campus and how like the culture around campus kind of works is a lot more helpful. Just because not only will you be comfortable with the academics and the environment, which is what you should be looking for in a school, but you should also be comfortable in the community itself and their values and just generally like how the vibe is on campus. So I would definitely like look for that. Look for like videos about the school, like maybe videos not really by the college, but videos by students and something like that. I think that'd be really helpful.
Okay. So second question is, what types of experiences helped you uncover your values, your interests, and your strengths while you were in high school?
Okay, so in high school, I guess you could say I was kind of involved. I was in a lot of organizations, and I definitely think that being in a lot of organizations is beneficial, but also it can kind of make you want to be a part of everything and not really show interest in everything. So I definitely would recommend being part of organizations you show interest in or have a passion for. I definitely got into some organizations that I really loved, but also like I didn't think I would continue them in college. Definitely something that I really liked was being a part of theater and being a part of yearbook. And since then, now I'm in college, I know what I'm comfortable with and I know where I can expand and where I'm like kind of already fit into. So like I'm a part of like one of the layout design groups on campus where we work for a magazine, and also I'm working for the radio doing the same exact stuff I did for theater. So I'm definitely comfortable going in there and getting a job for those people, but also I'm willing to like look for different organizations on campus and trying to see where else I fit. So I definitely think meeting people and going to different organizations definitely helps.
Okay. And so, how did your values, interests, and strengths that you uncovered, drive your college decision?
So I dragged my college decision. Okay. So I got the Posse scholarship, which is kind of different for people who have a list of colleges, although it's kind of the same. So I have a list of colleges that I ranked with the Posse scholarship before I got it. So not only did I make a list of colleges for Emerge, I also had a list of colleges for Posse because only certain schools gave me the scholarship if I got it. And so what I first looked for was schools that overlapped, schools that I not only matched with Emerge, but also offered like a scholarship with Posse. And so those were, I'd say, about like three schools. And from there, I looked into which ones, like, I guess I most liked. Yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory. I just ranked them, and it was about three schools, being Colby and Brandeis, I think, and there was another one, but oh yeah, A&M. And so I looked into it, and not only that, I also asked people who I knew were attending there. I remember visiting Brandeis in the summer and asking students about stuff on campus, and I really loved it. But also, I have a person who nominated me for Posse who actually is attending Colby, one of my closest friends, and she was telling me how amazing the school was, and I was like, okay, I mean, it's pretty amazing. Let me just give the other schools a chance. But in the end of the day, Colby was my number one school, and I happened to get the scholarship, so that's kind of why I'm going there.
Okay. So, next question. So, how has your college decision worked for you? The good, the bad, and the ugly?
So this is interesting because Posse kind of puts students who have really high leadership skills into schools that may not exactly meet their academic levels. And so, yes, I did well in high school, but also Colby is very hard. I'd say it's very really difficult, and that goes to say for like most colleges. College is going to be difficult no matter where you go. So like I wouldn't look for like a really easy college because they do exist, but I mean in the long run, I think finding a school that you match with or kind of reach to is kind of the best idea. Um, Sorry, what was
Yeah.
what's the rest of it? Okay, yeah. So Colby is great, and just like the whole idea of being a part of a community, especially with Posse. So I definitely feel connected with the campus, and I love it as a whole. But also, since it's very really difficult, I kind of rely on my Posse for help with certain aspects when it comes to academics, but also I just have to realize that it's going to be a lot harder than high school, and it's in a completely different playing field. I definitely recommend talking to people who can help you in college. Like, there's so many resources that you can like use. I just recommend like trying your hardest to like do your best and not slack off, because like between high school and college is when you really lose like motivation. Yeah, that's usually where it starts going downhill. But like if you stay persistent, you can probably do good.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've already spoken
Yes,
this a little bit, but what are the barriers to persistence that you face in selective colleges?
So yeah, this goes along with like I guess the kind of hardness and like the toughness that like college kind of deals with. So I guess stuff that like kind of keeps people from continuing college or like graduating or going in is I guess realizing that the work is hard and that sometimes people just need a break, or sometimes people just decide to not continue because they can't handle it anymore. And it's a lot different than high school, because in high school a lot of the resources that are used to help us are kind of given to us. But in college, yes, there are more resources, but also they aren't really given to us. And in college, you kind of have to go out and ask for these resources. You ask your professors, you go out to your academic advisors, you talk to these people, and you say, hey, this is how I'm doing, what can I do to fix this? And people in college are definitely willing to help you. It's just a lot different than high school, because you have to go out and basically ask for help. And I really wouldn't be too much worried about it, because these people are here, these are their jobs, they're here to help you graduate. And speaking from experience, if you do terrible or even fail in a class, it's not the end of the world. It happens to a lot of people, and I feel like as long as you talk to the right people, they'll put you right on track. You can talk to some people who get you help in the class, or you can retake a class, talk to people who help like organize these classes for other students, and talk to higher grade students, people who are like seniors or juniors, and see, hey, what did you do? Like, what do you do to like get through this situation? Like, I know that happened for me. So like definitely that is what is really useful in college. Like, take advantage of these resources as soon as you get there.
Absolutely. And so before they get there, what should they be doing on their college tour coming up to find out what best works for them?
Ask questions. So asking questions, just anything that's not on the tour is basically helpful. Like we're talking earlier, and tours are kind of set, so like almost every other tour is kind of the same, and so each college has like their images that they want to show. And yeah, this is like every college, but also every student has their own perspective and their own view on college. And so whether it's a tour guide or a student who you're speaking to at the college, definitely ask questions about the culture on campus, how they personally perceive like their school, and just what are their own experiences. Because it's one thing to like read about a school or like listen to like a tour guide tell you what the school is like, but it's another thing to ask questions about like how the community is and how it actually like works on campus. Because I definitely remember going through campus and listening to these tour guides, and they talk about like, yes, all these amazing things, but also they don't really talk about like the hardships of like school and how it's hard, and a lot of people do have to go asking for help, whether it's like with academics or like counseling. Just in the end of the day, like it's just really good to ask questions that don't really focus on what the tour guides kind of touch on, whether it's academics or sports or mental health on campus. It's just really useful to like talk about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.